Well, good morning. I want to share a few thoughts with you about time. It's probably a month, maybe a month and a half ago, God began to really deal with me about time, and the idea of what time is it. And he actually gave me a prophetic word for myself regarding time. And I want to today share a little bit of what I shared Sunday morning. There's three words used in the New Testament, three major words used in the New Testament for time. One of them is chronos, the other is kairos, and the third is pleroma. And I just want to talk about that for a moment and then give us an encouraging word and encouragement of a response to this idea of time. The first word for time is chronos. It means chronological time. I'm 67 years old chronologically. In Luke chapter 1, verse 57, we see this word used. Now Elizabeth's full time came for her her chronological time came for her to give birth. And so there's this chronological time that we're working through, that we live through, that we're living in. There's other verses you could look at as well that deal with this word chronos, which means chronological time. The second word is kairos. This is a key one. It means an occasion, a set or proper time, or a proper time, or an opportune time. So it's these moments, these kairos moments in our life when God opens a way of opportunity, when God gives us an opportunity. Now, the verse I want to look at here is Luke 19:41 through 44. And again, I encourage you, maybe go to your Strong's, your Blue Letter Bible, whichever you use, and look up these words. Just type in time and look in the New Testament. It'll take you to different words. There's some other ones, but these are the three major words. Chronos, which is chronological time. Then inside of chronos are kairos moments, those kairos times when there's this opportunity, this doorway opens, this opportunity comes. In the life of Elizabeth, chronologically time, it said the fullness of her time came, that chronological time. Then there was the kairos moment to bring forth the birth. It was that moment, that set or proper time. Now here in Luke 19:41 through 44, it says this. It says, now as he drew near, he saw the city and wept over it. This Jesus saying, if you had known, even you, especially in this your day, the things that make for your peace, but now they are hidden from your eyes. For days will come upon you when your enemies will build an embankment around you, surround you, and close you in on every side, and level you and your children within you to the ground, and they will not leave in you one stone upon another, because you did not know the kairos, the time of your visitation. God had opened the way. There was this opportunity. Jesus had come to become a doorway to salvation. And he says, you missed that kairos moment, that opportune time. God doesn't want us missing those kairos moments, And the question today is, what time is it in your life? What time is it in your life? Now, go with you, if you will, to Ecclesiastes chapter 3. This is often read at funerals, but it applies to us in our life. There is timing. What time is it? Where am I to be at this moment? It says this, to everything there is a season. A time for every purpose under heaven. For everything, there is a season. What season are you in? For every purpose under heaven, there's a time for every purpose. What time is it right now? What time is it in your life? What season are you in? He says there's a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted. We need to know, is this a time of sowing seed or is this a time of harvesting seed? What time is it? What am I to be about? What is the kairos? What is the opportune moment that God has for me right now? The last word for time is pleroma. That word's found in Galatians 4:4, and it means the fullness of time. And in the case there in Galatians 4:4, it says Jesus, in the fullness of time, God sent his son. So there's this fullness of the chronological time. There was this preparation. And that's what I didn't get time to talk about Sunday, was the process. There is a process. And throughout the process, there's kairos moments. How we respond in those kairos moments brings us into this fullness of time where we come into the fullness of what God has for us in our life, in his purpose, in his plan for us. So there's this fullness of time. David was the example that I want to talk about. I'm talking about process and time. There's a process. In that process, there's kairos moments. There's a time to sow and a time to harvest. There's a time to reap. There's a time to sow. It's just in your body. There's a rhythm. There are heartbeats. There's a rhythm to your life. There's a timing in the Lord. There's a timing in the Lord. What season, what time are we in? I believe we're in a kairos moment of visitation. A kairos moment of awakening and revival. Not just in us personally, but in the nation, in our city, our community. We're in this kairos moment. God is speaking to the church. It's revival time. It's awakening time. It's a kairos moment. Let's not miss the day of our visitation like Israel did in the portion we read out of Luke. Now in the story of David, David's anointed as king, yet it's not the time for him to step into the kingship. He's anointed as the king, but then he goes into where he defeats Goliath. But before he defeated Goliath, it was a time, there was kairos moments of defeating the lion and the bear. What's happening? God's building him in this process of time, of chronological time, in these kairos moments that are in his life. God is building him to the point of pleroma. When in 2 Samuel chapter 2, he's anointed king over Judah. Not all Israel yet, because it's not time yet. Israel has to get ready to receive him as king. See, timing deals not only with our preparation, it deals with what God is sending us into, being prepared for us. So there's this Moses, it entered his heart to visit his people. He had this sense that he was to be the deliverer for his people, yet the people weren't ready to receive him. 40 years later, they're groaning and they're ready to receive him. So timing was crucial. He tried at 40 to bring deliverance to them by killing the Egyptian, and he ends up 40 years on the backside of the desert. But at the end of that time, the people are groaning. The time has come, the kairos moment, the moment for him to lead them out of Egypt and the Exodus was to take place then. It was timing. I want to encourage you. What time is it in your life? What is God actively doing right now? What's the kairos moments that he's giving you? Maybe on a daily basis he gives you kairos moments with witnessing with people. There's those moments of opportunity. In the purposes of God for us, what is the kairos moment? What is God doing right now? What season, what time is it in our life? I want to encourage you this week. Spend some time and just say, Lord, what time is it? What time is it? What is your purpose right now? What are you doing right now? What is the kairos moments right now? God, where am I at? In what season am I in? And let God have his way in your life. And let's capture. Remember in Ephesians it says, redeem the time, for the days are evil. The word redeem means to rescue. Rescue the time. That's kairos. Rescue those kairos moments, because the days are evil. There's so many things that want to distract us, so many things that want to pull us away. Let's not miss the kairos. Let's rescue them. Let's redeem those moments and see God bear the fruit that he wants to through our lives. Hey, have a great time today. God bless you.